Hey, this is Kevin. I'm putting out my Napoleonic French army, just the main infantry and the corps. This is the first and second corps, basically, using 15 millimeter figures. This is from Old Glory. Back then when I first painted this, I mean, that was the bomb, right? You could get a whole bag of infantry. I think it was like 100 for next to nothing, and I bought masses. And yeah, I just painted and just had a lot of fun doing it. And I think I probably bought some brigades from a friend of mine, and then I kind of repainted them, touched them up. But I think over time it just grew. It's still on the Napoleon's battles basing sizes. I just haven't had the heart to rebase it. So I probably will at some point, but right now I'm not going to. But it is a massive army. There's probably about, 3,000 figures here on the table, 48-man blocks, some 24. I put them on moving stands, column moving stands and linear moving stands. I don't have one for every unit because I can't put every unit on the table. So ultimately, I'll probably be having to sell off some of this army just because, I mean, you can't play with it. You can use maybe a quarter of it on the table. But it's painted, I think, to a very high standard. The figures are beautiful. They still are. And, well, hey, let's take a look at it from the movie and see what you think. Hello, this is Kevin. I thought I would continue the series of putting out the French of the Napoleonic Wars. I've got, I think, 2 more or 3 more tables of this to do, but this is on the old Napoleon's battle rule set, which I based these on. Now I play Black Powder and more than not General Armee 2. This is an entire corps. So it is, it's a lot of figures, a little bit more than I thought. I'm a little bit ashamed, to be honest. But each block I either had on a moving tray in line or in column and can switch them out. Basically, you can't get these all on the table at one time, right? That's just not possible. So I have enough movement trays for the line and for column to put out in General Armee a good corps. And yeah, usually we play with a couple of divisions, but I think, they're painted to, in my opinion, a fairly high quality. I think that some people paint better, but for 15s, it's not so bad, right? And I tried to be very creative with the general stands. I put them on circular ones. And if you're going from line to column, I just move to a different movement tray. But some of the bases have been redone, and some have not. So I still have to do that. But I think that in general, it's a very pretty army, and on the table all at once, it looks very, very nice, to be honest. So in mass, it looks like a whole French army coming at you. So I don't put it all on a table all at once, naturally, but that putting it out here, you get quite a large effect, to be honest. So I'm wanting to get back into Napoleonics a little bit more. And I'm really enjoying General Armee 2. Very nice set of rules by Dave Brown and Reiswitz Pretz. That's what we have been playing as a group. And I just thought, I'll put out what Napoleonics I have and let everybody kind of just have a go at it and kind of see what Kevin's doing. So I mean, this is, it gets to be a little bit redundant, one brigade after the next. And, but I think that in general, it's pretty nice. Now, this is just pretty much my light cavalry corps out here, but I did see that I did put some some cuirassier out here, which wouldn't have been in the corps structure, would have been more at the army group level. But somehow they found their way into my box. That was my missing cuirassier regiment. It was it. Oh well. It probably was put away by one of my mates. I'll blame it on somebody else. And there's lancers and hussars and cheval. And I've got them coming up over the hill in Division Mass with a large battery on the hill. So I think that in all, it's very, very impressive. And, you know, I'm not going to go into detail, but I really, the French system is very, very unique. I really love the mixture of skirmish with line, with column, and the firepower and the shock that it can bring with the artillery, and the ability to move fairly quickly on the table is shocking. Cavalry is very good. So it is, as most people know, a very formidable army. And seeing it out here on the table, that's pretty impressive. As far as the French go, this is probably 65%. I've got another half of one of these tables again for just the French. And then of course, then I've got the Württembergers, the Bayern, the Bavarians, Westphalia, Poles, Italians, Saxons, German states. So all of them, when they get on the table, it can be quite large. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. It's kind of a short video, but I think that you know, most of the figures, this is what people ask me. It's based on Napoleon's battles, right? I mean, that was the old little stand, you know, that they had these on. All of the figures are Old Glory. And, well, I don't know, maybe we can see the quality of the paint job here. I'm not quite sure, but, you know, it's not bad. They've got good facial details, and, you know, colors, highlights, washes, you know, all those things that us modelers do. And, you know, I've done little things like putting flags out on the table, and I think I took a table from one of the World War II sets, and I think somehow the Emperor creeped in here. This is one of the Napoleonic stands I have. People sitting around the table, and him with his group came up upon him. So it's a very, very funny miniature. I think there's one guy sitting down, and the Emperor's riding up to him. He's like, "Why are you sitting?" I suppose. At least if I was the Emperor in battle, that's what I would say. And I made these skirmisher stands for General d'Armee. I mean, it's a little bit big, but I usually put a unit counter behind it to signify if it's 2, 3, 4 stands. So that works out. I just kind of like the diorama effect. I think it's cool, and it stretches out across the front of a unit. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.